Welcome you back to Black Site Tonight. We're going to talk about Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell's sermon about submission to authority. Oh my God, he has everybody angry. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Pastor Mitchell gave a sermon this Sunday about submission to authority, and he said black people can't blame white cops for killing black children or black men all the time. And he gave an example when he was young and he came in contact with a police officer. If he didn't submit to that police officer, he may not have been the pastor at that church today. So basically, he was telling scriptures in which the Bible says, give on to Caesar what is Caesar's, and respect Caesar's law. But there are many pastors and many parishioners around the country who disagree with him. To tell people just to submit to police officers or authority when you know they are wrong, when they are wrong, it's not always the right thing to do. Basically, there are people saying you have the right to protect yourself against Caesar, against the authorities in power. If that is the police, if that's the United States government, people believe that you have the right to stand up for your dignity, your human rights, and your right as a human being. And people disagree with them because you're basically saying, they are saying that you are submitting basically to like being a slave. But what he's trying to say, I believe this is what the pastor is saying in his speech, is that you submit at that period of time, but you live to fight another day. Just like a military. Militaries lose battles. They retreat, but they still come back and fight another day. And that's what he was trying to say. He wasn't trying to say that you submit to wickedness, evil, police brutality, people who redlining and all the other things that black people go through, racism. But he was saying at that period of time, when you're by yourself and that officer has a gun or that person has authority over you into where they can destroy your life, you come back and fight another day. You submit at that time, but you come back to fight another day. You have to learn what I believe he was trying to say is to pick your battles wisely. All battles are not worth fighting. All battles sometimes can't be won. But sometimes you have to understand that in this way American society is, especially when you're dealing with the police, especially when you're in the prison system, you have to deal with these wicked officers. You have to understand that every day that you live, you can also fight against this evil, and you can change society. People are going off on him. Tasha Page, other people are saying that he's wrong. You tell a 16-year-old to stand up to these police officers who can at any time take your life like they have done so many others in the 400 years of this country. Or do you wait? Or do you tell your children you submit to authority? When that cop tell you to do something, you do it. And you wait until you get home and we'll deal with this. through the law. Yes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But he's under fire right now for telling children it's better to go home than to be 6 feet deep or to be spending 10 to 15, 20 years in jail because you had a conflict with someone in power. Choose your battles wisely. Be smart. And most black men are taught that in the home. This is why he said, growing up in Hollis, Queens, he had that choice to make. And to him, he made the right choice because he's standing on that stage giving you a sermon. But what people don't like is when he said about it's not always that white police officer's fault. And a lot of people that triggered them right there. Because it seems like you're blaming the victim. And people don't like that. People are extremely angry when you go that way. And he did. So you got to understand that some pastors will disagree with you. We all see certain things with different eyes, different ways that each one of us have grown up, and we see how to deal with certain problems in different ways. Now, this is the ways he's trying to teach his parishioners, his followers. But some other people may teach them a different way. But quite a number of people just don't like the way he expressed himself as a black man in 2025. It was a good sermon to listen to. And I believe that some people can take it a different way. Each one of us. You can listen to the Bible. You could take other parts of the Bible and basically say, hey, I'm going to stand up for myself. Even though that police officer has that gun in his holster. Even though I'm going to give it to him and tell him about my rights that I know about. Or you going to try and come home alive and deal with that officer the next day, next week, next month, or the next year. I would love to hear your comments in the comments section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Sight. Hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.